every day someone's getting asked for nudes by boys, but it's how you want to handle it. And I knew that because it's happened to my friends, they've been exposed, I was just not trying to go through that.
In my younger age, yes, I was asked for nudes.
I have experienced it in my earlier stages in life, so when I was actually in college, so something as a revenge.
I'm finding out today with the young girls that I work with that things have gone worse. There's actually peer-to-peer abuse in schools. Teachers are doing these things now to girls, and a lot of these girls are scared to come forward.
In school, I think it was more like people would touch, well, the boys mostly would touch the girls, and like it was kind of just like normalized as well. Like people didn't really say anything about it. Girls didn't really know what to do, because if they stood up to the boys, they could be seen as a certain way, like, so no one really was confident enough to do that.
Again, I think with the whole news situation of boys sending around news, and even girls, they send around other girls' news as well, that there needs to be a harsher punishment in place if you are caught doing that.
I do believe there's an issue with kidnap and street harassment in London. It's been a big deal for the last couple of years, but it's not been noticed widely by everybody.
I experience street harassment all the time, and it needs to be a criminal offence.
And I remember telling someone, oh, listen, I'm 14, I'm in my uniform, like, I can tell you're an older man, like, this is not kind of cool. I'm initiating that conversation, and it was kind of a conversation on his end saying, oh no, it's all right, like, we can just be friends, don't worry about that, like, and even thinking about it now, it's actually scary because that stuff still goes on.
It's not fair, it's embarrassing, it's degrading. And you know, there is vulnerable females out there, there's vulnerable women, vulnerable young girls. And yeah, something definitely, it just needs to be, it needs to be recorded as a crime. And then when it is recorded as a crime, then females will report it.
I've had experience of years of sexual abuse when I was only a young kid, actually. And now it's affected me in ways of, like, I don't really like relationships. I like to let even people like hug me, like hold my hand. I don't like any of that.
Me, myself, I've experienced it, and it does affect you a lot. Like, even if it's like ages ago or recently, like, it will still affect you because you'll always remember it.
It's hard, and I don't think men really understand the impact it could have on somebody's life, because it could change you forever, and it's changed me forever. So and I can't really take it back, so it's just like, it's what it is, and you just got to deal with it. You got to live with it, basically.
I went into secondary school, it being a virgin, but everybody thought I wasn't due to the guy spreading rumours saying that he had done stuff with me. The teachers at my school didn't believe me, so I should have had a mentor or someone to speak to on a regular that could have supported me and helped me boost my self-confidence going into secondary school.
I do have a little girl now, so later on in life it has affected me making my choices and how I'm raising my daughter.
I kept it a secret from my mum and the rest of my family for about, the whole time it was going on, so I'd say about 7, 8 years.
I should have taken it a lot further, but I didn't. I was in college and I was thinking about how it would affect that person, even though I shouldn't have, because they probably didn't think of me, but their future aspirations, and it would just ruin their career. And also, no, I didn't report the second one, and that was actually done earlier in my life. And the reason why I didn't report that is because I felt like it would actually break down relationships within my family and friends, and I was very young and naive.
I didn't report anything that happened to me because I was very because I was obviously younger as well, I was scared of what like my mum is gonna think about it, and if I do report it, like what's actually gonna happen to me after if they find out or something happens to the person, like am I gonna be put in danger?
There's a few girls that have been through it, very scared to report something, and when they do report something, it's like it's got brushed underneath the carpet. That is not right at all. It makes that person feel like, why did I do it in the first place? I should have just left it, nothing happened. Now I've got to deal with the reports and that person maybe finding out later on down the line, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's that is a big issue.
I've had the opportunity to report it, and I thought there was not enough evidence to prove anything now because it's been so long. I know a lot of females feel like because there's not enough significant evidence and there's not, you know, enough witnesses or whatever the police need to prosecute that person whoever, male, female, whoever assaulted them, they feel like there's not enough evidence to get that person prosecuted. And that's why a lot of females do not report it.
And sometimes it's a thing where young girls, they just don't know what to do.
Don't let it define you and report it. Like, if anything's happened, just report it. You never know what could come from it. Like, because this is not fake. This is not something that just happens here and then. It's something that happens every day and it's not going to stop. Let's be real, it's going to keep going.
I have 3 other sisters at home, and just in case anything happens, I would have to stand up for them. And of course, they would tell me or my dad or my mum.
I believe that schools, police, and everyone else should come together as a community, and we should also provide services, help where needed to tackle these issues.
It kind of starts at home as well. I think, you know, good parenting, being a good role model, you know, good communication, having that support system in school where somebody can speak to somebody in school.
The ages of the girls that are getting assaulted is getting like younger and even worse.
Older men should be taught from young about the repercussions of talking to younger underage girls.
With the responses from our online survey that we did, we were able to see that a lot of these young girls don't feel comfortable confiding in teachers or in their parents or even the police. So I think something needs to be done.
The police need to crack down on these allegations, because just the way they're cracking down on things like drugs and knives and whatever it is within our community, they need to crack down on this, because as I said, this also affects our younger generation and it keeps on going on.
Or just providing free, effective panic apps and safety devices.
I do want a safer environment and a safer place that my daughter can feel free to at least walk in.
Police staffing or other staffing, maybe just, again, patrolling the streets, but especially females. I just think if there's more females patrolling the streets, then if there was an issue, then they'll be more approachable.
Parents should speak to both male and female and let them understand what sending nudes can do to a person's self-dignity and to how it will make them feel mentally.
I feel like when it comes to stopping boys, even girls sometimes, sending around other people's nudes, I feel like if they just explain it more in schools, because they're not as harsh on it nowadays in schools. They talk about it, but not like in depth of like how it can actually affect people. So if they just talk to the kids more instead of just like one lesson a day, then it will be like better.
All schools doesn't have a counsellor, all schools doesn't have mentors, all schools should have a mentor. You know, all little things like that, they're all important factors to help females to speak up. It's important to raise self-esteem in girls, to be able to speak up, feel confident to speak up about it and to know their rights and to know right from wrong.
Yeah, I've seen a post on social media where it says, if a girl acts like she knows you, you should pretend you know her back. That's due to the fact that obviously she may need your help to come out of a situation she's in. So that's another way. So maybe members of the public could also be aware of that as well.
And there needs to be easier routes and more like available routes for people to get home. Because sometimes I know from my school, my old mainstream school, there was a dark alley, and obviously in winter it would get really dark and people had to walk down there. I had to walk down there to get to the station to get home. And I don't think that's really safe.
All street lamps should be checked in all of the roads, and maybe more lighting in the minor roads and more CCTV. I think that will make such a big difference for women to feel safer out on the roads.
Females should be protected. It's not their fault what they wear, it's not their fault who they are.
It's important to not look like a victim, you know, not to show that you're scared, not to show that you might be scared inside. But, you know, some males will prey on that.
Be strong, use your voice. That voice, whether you're shy or not, introvert or extrovert, is your power.
I think the government needs to, again, educate from a very young age, educate everyone, all ages. They should put things in place for people that are older still don't understand. They should put things in place for women as well. And parents, just be there for your kid, because if you don't emotionally support them, it's finished. So you need to be there for your kid, and you need to really step up, because it's hard.
Protect her.
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 We will not stop speaking up until we see effective changes. Please share this video to support our Protect Her campaign. To find out how you can join us and make our community a safer place, go to www.elevateheruk.org.